true story. All parents must watch this. Mia was the kind of girl who noticed things. She was empathetic, observant, the kind of person who made others feel seen. Her bedroom was her sanctuary. Pale green walls, a window overlooking oak trees, shelves filled with books and photography equipment. She'd been saving for a better camera for 2 years. Through that lens, she saw beauty in ordinary things. Mia's parents, David and Lisa, were good people, hard-working, loving, trusting. Her older brother Ryan was 23, a software engineer at a tech company downtown. Brilliant, quiet, and always lost in his own thoughts. That Saturday, their parents attended a gala fundraiser. They'd be gone until midnight or later. "You two will be fine," their mother said, adjusting her earrings. "There's leftover pasta in the fridge, pizza money on the counter." Ryan barely looked up from his phone. Mia smiled from the couch. "Have fun, Mom." "You look beautiful." She meant it. But more than that, she was happy they were going out. She sensed tension in her brother, a restlessness, like he was always thinking about something just beyond her understanding. Once they left, Ryan retreated to his room to work on a project he wouldn't explain. Mia ordered pizza and settled onto the couch with her laptop and a blanket, scrolling through social media feeds, double-tapping photos, leaving comments. Everything felt normal, but normalcy, as Mia would soon learn, is often just the calm before something shifts forever. Around 10:30 p.m., Ryan came out of his room looking drained. He dropped onto the couch beside Mia. "Rough night?" she asked. "Code won't compile," he muttered. Then, after a pause, "Hey, you know anything about internet folklore? Like creepypasta? Sort of, but deeper. There's a community that studies strange online stuff, websites, videos, things that don't fit anywhere. They analyze them like digital mysteries." Mia perked up. "That sounds cool." "It is," Ryan said, "but some of it's dark. There are things made to mess with your head, not gore, just wrong, designed to unsettle you. Have you seen one?" "Yeah," he admitted. "Someone sent me a link once. Looked harmless. It wasn't. I can't explain it. It just felt off, like it was made to disturb." Mia leaned closer. "Is there a place where people talk about this stuff?" Ryan nodded. "There's a database, more like research than horror." He opened his laptop and showed her the site, clean, organized with categories and forums. Most entries were about weird old websites and eerie art projects, but one section stood out: cautionary tales. "What's this?" she asked. Ryan hesitated. "That's the heavy stuff. People share experiences that messed with them. You really shouldn't—" Mia clicked anyway. The page filled with warnings. "Don't look for this. Not worth it. I regret knowing it exists." Then one post caught her attention. "The Mirror Protocol, a warning." The message read, "Don't click the final link. Some things change how you see yourself and reality. Please trust me." "Ryan, what's the Mirror Protocol?" she asked quietly. He froze. "I don't know, and I don't want to." But Mia was already typing the name into the search bar. The search yielded fragmented references, broken links, cryptic forum posts. But one result kept appearing: a subreddit documenting internet mysteries. In the comments, someone had posted a link to a mirror site, a page discussing the Mirror Protocol without showing it. Mia clicked. The page was sparse. Black background, white text. The content read like a research paper. "The Mirror Protocol is a multimedia experience designed by an unknown creator. Documented in 2018, it consists of images and video. It's designed to create cognitive dissonance, presenting familiar imagery in unfamiliar contexts. Post-exposure testimonies suggest significant psychological disturbance. Mia's heart raced. This was different from what Ryan described. "Ryan, look at this," she said. When she turned, he'd moved away. "Mia, stop," he said firmly. "Close that page, now." His tone frightened her more than anything she'd read. "But I want to understand." "No, close that page, and we never talk about this again." His face was pale. His hands shook slightly. She closed the laptop. They sat in uncomfortable silence for the rest of the night. Ryan eventually retreated to his room. Mia tried to sleep but couldn't, because once curiosity awakens, once you know something exists, you can't stop thinking about it. You can't stop wondering. And imagination, Mia would discover, is often more powerful than reality. The next morning, Mia woke with a decision already made. She knew she shouldn't. Every rational part of her brain screamed at her not to. But the curious part, the part that had always pushed her forward, overrode everything else. She waited until Ryan left the house. Then she began searching in earnest. The internet, she discovered, keeps records. Broken links still exist in caches. Deleted pages can be accessed through archives. And people always leave traces. Someone, somewhere, had documented the Mirror Protocol. It took her 3 hours of searching, following threads and dead ends, reading testimonies and warnings. But eventually, she found it. There was a link on a forum posted years ago by a user with no other activity. Just that one post. "Here is the truth. Look if you dare." Mia's finger hovered over the mouse. This was her last chance to stop. This was the moment where she could choose differently. She clicked. The page that loaded was simple, almost disappointingly simple. It was a white page with a single image in the center. The image was small, maybe 2 inches across. It showed a mirror, but the reflection in the mirror wasn't quite right. It was distorted, stretched, like looking at yourself through water. Below the image was text. "Do you recognize yourself?" Below that was a single button labeled "See Deeper." Mia's stomach twisted. This was it. This was the moment the warnings were about. She read the post again. Some things, once you see them, change how you see yourself. What did that mean? What could an image possibly do to her perception of reality? Only one way to find out. She clicked, "See Deeper." The screen went black. For a moment, nothing happened. Mia felt a flutter of relief. Maybe it was a dead link. Maybe it was an old page that no longer worked. Maybe. Then the video began to play. It wasn't graphic. There was no violence, no explicit imagery. Instead, it was something far more insidious. It was footage of an ordinary room. A bedroom, actually. Could have been any bedroom. Could have been hers. The camera moved slowly, methodically, showing every detail. The walls, the furniture, the photographs on the shelves. And then the camera turned toward the bed. On the bed sat a figure. The video quality was low, the figure slightly blurred, but unmistakably human. The figure was sitting with their back to the camera, facing a mirror. And then, slowly, the figure turned around. It was her. Or rather, it looked like her. Same hair, same build, same face. But the eyes were wrong. They were looking directly at the camera, directly at her, and the figure smiled. Mia jerked back from the computer, her heart pounding. She slammed the laptop shut. Her hands were shaking. Her breathing was shallow. For a long moment, she just sat there, staring at the closed laptop, her mind trying to process what she'd just seen. It was a trick. It had to be. Some kind of deep-fake technology. Some kind of manipulation. The figure hadn't really looked like her. It was just her mind playing tricks, making connections that weren't there. But that smile had felt real. It had felt like something, was looking back at her. Mia didn't sleep that night, or the next. She kept telling herself it was just a video, just art meant to disturb, but the thought wouldn't leave her. On the third day, she told her parents. "I saw something online," she said at breakfast. "It scared me. I think I need help understanding it." Her parents listened carefully. Then her mother searched the Mirror Protocol. Within minutes, the truth surfaced. There was no hidden creator, no secret experiment. It was a hoax, a creative writing project from 2018 that had evolved into a collaborative storytelling community. The video was an experimental short film. The research site and warnings were all part of the fiction. Mia flushed with relief and embarrassment. "Honey," her mother said, "the internet can blur the line between reality and fiction. What you saw was art, meant to manipulate perception, not harm." "It felt real," Mia whispered. "That's what good art does," her father replied. "It makes you question, but context matters." In the weeks that followed, Mia, her parents, and Ryan talked about online media, source checking, and how easily digital stories can mislead. It became a quiet turning point, not because of danger, but because they learned how crucial it is to understand the world behind the screen. 6 months later, Mia started a project for her school's digital literacy class. She created a presentation about internet hoaxes, about how to verify sources, about how to understand the difference between creative fiction and misinformation. She called it "The Last Click: How One Video Taught Me About the Internet." In her presentation, she explained what happened to her. She showed examples of internet hoaxes. She discussed why people create them, how they spread, and most importantly, how to protect yourself from them. Her presentation went viral within her school community. Teachers shared it, other students watched it, parents saw it. Because Mia had discovered something important. Her story wasn't just about her, it was about all of us. In a world where the digital and physical realities are increasingly blurred, where misinformation spreads faster than truth, where anyone can create convincing fiction, media literacy isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. The internet is vast, it's beautiful, it's terrifying, it's wondrous. It contains everything humanity has ever created and imagined, but it also contains traps. And sometimes those traps are designed to teach us something important about ourselves. For Mia, the Mirror Protocol taught her that the most dangerous thing on the internet isn't always the most obvious threat. Sometimes it's the thing that makes you question reality itself. And the only defense against that is not isolation from the digital world, but understanding it. So here's what every parent, every teenager, every person navigating the digital world needs to know. First, not everything you see online is real. Not everything that feels real is true. Second, context matters. Everything, and I mean everything, can be understood better when you know where it came from and who created it. Third, critical thinking is your most powerful tool. Before you believe, before you share, before you let something affect you, ask questions, verify, investigate. Fourth, it's okay to be curious, it's okay to explore, but it's also okay to step back, to ask for help, to admit when something has frightened or disturbed you. Fifth, the people in your life, your family, your friends, your mentors, they matter. Talking about what you've encountered online, processing it together, understanding it together, can transform something frightening into something educational. Because in the end, the internet isn't the villain of this story. Neither is curiosity. The villain, if there is one, is isolation. It's not knowing who to turn to. It's carrying the weight of confusion alone. Mia learned that lesson, and now she spends her time helping others learn it too. The last click Mia made that night changed her, but not in the way she feared. It didn't damage her. It didn't break her. Instead, it opened her eyes. It made her more aware, more critical, more thoughtful about the digital world she inhabits. And maybe, in a strange way, that was the point all along.